following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
To the Adventure of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
Wake up, America! It's time for the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY.com, West Palm Beach's #1 internet radio station. Here's your host, the Pipeman.
Yo! I'm back in the USA, back in Florida, and I'm not sure I'm alive yet. And we'll talk about that in a second, but it has to do with my adventures at Graspop Festival, Brussels, Belgium, Lisbon, Portugal, and here we are now with my pipe nuts on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio. Bring them on, Juan. Who's that person? What are you doing, Rebel?
Playing.
Why are you playing?
Because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to enjoy ourselves.
Yeah, but you're not so close to the camera because it didn't look like anything. Now I know what it is. I didn't know what it was. So let's introduce you, Pipe Nuts. And really, like, I am surprised I'm alive right now because...
Why?
5 days of a festival that it's 24 hours a day. Where'd Juan go? Juan left us.
Say it right.
No, I'm still here.
So, yeah, I got a total of 10 hours sleep before I left Belgium in 5 days. And then, so I had a layover in Lisbon on purpose for overnight. So Pipeman went and destroyed Lisbon, Portugal, like all night long before the next flight. So obviously there was no sleep there. Got back after, planes, trains, and automobiles. Plane to Miami Airport to the train. Oh my God. This happened both ways. Okay, on the way there, I had to take some phone call for business, and I had to rush into the Uber to get to the train station, and literally ran into the as the doors were closing, like one of those things where you just slide through as it's closing on you.
Are you cutting
Pipeman,
out?
you are muted again.
Sorry.
Never a good thing, especially on TV and radio.
James did it. It was not interesting. Sorry.
Well, he's trying to get some Z's behind those.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
we still can't hear you, Pipeman.
Yeah, you can't hear you. Hello. Somebody else. What else is going on? It's hot. I'm in Texas. It's hot. Rebel. Hot in Louisiana.
It's
Hot.
hot.
It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
Very hot. Nope. Sorry, Pipeman. We can't hear you.
I got a job. I'm working at a magazine.
I heard.
Yeah, you heard. Who told you?
You did. Last night on a television show.
Oh. Did I talk to the Latino? Houston Latino magazine. Juan, would you like to join me?
Also said you were going to put
Some fun.
Tasha on the show.
Yeah. She's going to make the cover of one of them. Yeah. Absolutely.
So,
she doesn't know it yet. But yeah, I'm sure. I mean, who doesn't want to be on the cover of it?
Hold on, Pipeman.
No,
There?
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
No.
You know what I did?
No, we can't.
You know how I'm so animated? I talk with my hands. My hand like hit the wires to the mic and unplugged the mic, and then putting it back in, it wouldn't go back. I had to leave the studio and come back in, and then I had the mic switched off. So I was like, And it went like that. So that's what happened. That's what happens when you only get 10 hours sleep in a week.
In a week? That's bad. That's really bad. So you were saying about an airplane and a...
Yeah. So coming home, what happens is, okay, so I'm in Lisbon, getting on the plane, and they make me check my carry-on. I specifically packed only a carry-on so I wouldn't have to deal with international baggage dipshits. Okay. And so they made me do it. And I'm pissed because I was like, they made me take all the radio equipment out of the bag and put it into my backpack, and my backpack ended up bigger than the bag. And the reason was space. So why are you making me put a bigger bag up there so you can check the one? But that's cool. Whatever. We get back. And of course, as usual, when you come back in the United States, it's harder as an American to get into this country than any other country in the world. Okay? So Pipeman for Prez is going to preach now because I watched the line of people that were not U.S. citizens. They got right into the country. No problem at all. Walked through, no questions, blah, blah. I think some of them only had birth certificates. They didn't even have a passport. My line took like forever because every person, and it was all U.S., and there were multiple lines, all U.S. citizens. They're asked like 10 questions. And they even asked me, like, what are you doing here? And I'm like,
what were you doing there?
I'm
Can we talk about what you were doing out there? Can we talk about like some of this exciting things?
Shut up, okay?
No,
Get a tall glass and shut the hell up.
Shut up. You shut up. Don't tell me.
Okay? But no, seriously, these are the adventures because this is what goes on. And we're in election time. We have a debate tomorrow night. There's a debate.
I'm going to watch it.
And this is part of that debate because
party time.
Listen, what am I doing here? I freaking live here. And so I was going to miss my train. I ran 2 miles through the airport to get to the train. And again, the doors close on me. I'm pulling my bag through the door, like as the door's like closing on it. And I have to spread the door open. And then the conductor's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing.
Trying to get on the damn train. What do you think?
But anyway, yes, there are some adventures we can talk about Graspop, and there's some adventures we can't talk about.
Oh, those are the ones we want to hear.
Yeah, well, somebody said to me, what happens at Graspop stays at Graspop, and they said like Las Vegas. And so some of those things have to stay at
You
Graspop.
brought it up. You can't do that. What are you doing? Talk about it. Let's talk. I talk to you about everything. Come on.
Well, I want to know, okay, you're 2 women there, okay? I want to know why women love to flirt by hitting guys. Tell me about that. And Juan, you and I can talk about why we actually love it when they do that. So let's hear it from you guys.
By hitting guys?
Yeah, I don't. Rebel?
I'm not understanding. What you mean, like hitting with
Hey,
a car?
I love
you. Or
what type of hitting we're talking about?
Yeah,
sometimes it's punching. It's like Latinas do it a lot. They love to punch you in the arm, and that's their like love tap. You've never. Juan, am I right or am I right, Juan?
You are 100% right.
Tell them about it. You are from that community. Tell them about it because I'm just a gringo. I shouldn't be talking for your community. So why don't you talk for your community?
Yeah, it's they're very feisty when they start to like you, and I don't know why they just want to hit you, but they hit you for everything. Like even if you do something good, they'll hit you. Like, oh, you're such a nice guy. You know?
It's true.
What age do women do this? I'm just
all
curious.
ages.
12-year-olds. They're dating children.
Especially the short ones. Like it could be like 4'11", and they will punch you really hard to their perspective, but it feels like a little.
So Bella, my BFF, who did my hair
Mexican
for
dwarves.
Graspop.
You were out there with some Mexican dwarves. Got it.
No, Bella for my hair, not a dwarf. Okay. So what are you like playing an instrument there for the festival, by the way?
For the
Rachel?
festival. Yes.
Play it for us. Let's hear your creativity.
No, I can't do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
There it is.
Okay. See, Rebel, you have nothing to add to this show. You don't hit guys and you can't play an
I
instrument.
don't hit guys. I like to be a nice little slap when I've done something wrong.
Okay.
Spanking. I like to be spanked.
So, okay,
I don't
so
really-
I'll,
I'm not
I'll
gonna-
describe one story that happened. There's one I
Please.
can't, but there's one I will. Okay, so my photographer, badass Lori, came with a broken foot to do. And if you know anything about doing photography at a festival, you got to walk from stage to stage. It's a lot of work. So we had a wheelchair for her, and when she was shooting a set, we would have to block the wheelchair out in the crowd. And there were a couple times I would want to see the crowd, and I would stand up on the wheelchair arms, and I had a view of everything.
That's hot. I like that. I want that picture. It's so.
There is one. There's also me of doing the mannequin piss. Are you familiar with the mannequin?
We saw
piss?
that. Yeah, that was good. That was funny. The blue. Didn't we talk about that last week?
No, I wasn't in Brussels yet. Or
Oh,
maybe I did talk about it.
I don't know. I
Maybe
slept
did.
through last
I
week.
was in Brussels then. Never mind.
While we were
Okay. So yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. I should shut up. Okay. So
Yes. Say that again. What?
I am standing up on this thing. The Scorpions are playing.
That's the best thing he's ever.
And if like
wow.
it's very easy to fall off the arms of a wheelchair. Okay?
I have to be clear. The
So
arms of the wheelchair. No. Clarify yourself. Where you push the person in the wheelchair, or the arms where the person in the wheelchair puts their arms.
where they put their arms.
Okay, just check.
Okay. And they're only like an inch wide. And
Yeah.
so this girl behind me, I didn't know it was a girl at first, or
You can't tell with some of those people out there.
she pushes me.
Right?
And luckily I'm a skateboarder and a surfer because I did not fall off. But she pushed me pretty hard. And then I turned around, I was ready to knock somebody out. Like I thought it was a guy and I was ready to knock him out. And I turn around and it's this really hot Belgian woman who happens to be what we call a lawyer. They don't call them lawyers over there. So anyway, I ended up in the Machine Head mosh pit with her later that night.
Wow, you work quick, don't you?
Well, yeah, listen, if she's going to push me, she's going in the pit. That's what I'm saying. There was somebody else that punched me too. That was because I walked up to her and pulled her hair.
You started it.
Yeah, but then, never mind. I can't tell the rest. Anyway,
That's the part we want to hear. Come on.
so there's always a lot of shenanigans at festivals, but European festivals are a whole nother level because it's like going on 24 hours a day. First night, I didn't leave the festival grounds to my B&B till like 4 a.m. My B&B was like 4 hours away. Everybody's camping, but I can't camp there because I can't do my work, and it kind of sucks, to be honest, the weather, okay? First 2 days, it rained. They closed all parking lots to the festival except media. I got to park. Nobody else got to park but the Pipeman. And it was so muddy that I had 2 pairs of shoes trashed in the garbage, gone. I had to stop at this Belgian store to buy a pair of shoes to actually go to the rest of the festival because it was that bad. I mean, the whole place was like a swamp. Like imagine walking through the Everglades to get from one stage to another.
Okay,
That's
so who
what it
played
was.
out there? Who was
Who
out
played?
there? Mhm.
Oh, a lot of bands played. You read the list last time.
That's what we want to know. Who
Okay,
played
so I'll
out
tell you who I interviewed first.
there? Okay.
Alien Weaponry, who is
Never.
badass. They're this
Oh,
thrash
okay.
metal band from New Zealand.
Cool.
And I did post about them.
Mhm.
And one of the lead people in it, they put the legend himself. I'm the legend. You know?
Sorry.
So anyway, and then one of my friends who I interviewed at Aftershock, Death by Romy,
Cool.
they're badass.
Can we put clips or something? Like,
yeah,
we want to see.
Well, there's not going to be video clips because it's audio interviews at festivals, you know, because
Yeah.
You don't even have signal, basically. That's
if this were me, I'd be doing
Hey,
big.
Juan, do you want to play a clip of Death by Romy's interview?
Yeah.
Can you do that? Can you
The
do
one that
that
we
for us,
edited?
Juan? Sure.
Mhm.
You know, just something, pick something in the middle of it.
Yeah. I want to hear something.
And then I had the funniest interview of all over 3,000 band interviews I've ever done.
Get ready to
Used
laugh.
to be airborne. This goes as funny as it's going to make the news because we talked about how Pipeman made the news for Black Sabbath not being metal. And so we talked about that. And then we started talking about Lars. And we played a game, Would You? And I think I'll have one.
Is that where we're supposed to laugh? Wait, was that the funny part?
Would you?
I'm
or
waiting
would
for
you
the funny
rather,
part.
Or is it? Would you?
Wait,
Just
wait.
say, would you rather?
What's the funny
Yeah,
part?
would you rather?
Oh,
Would you rather have sex with
Um,
Lars or a donkey? And they had to answer which of them. Yeah, they all picked the donkey.
What?
wait, the donkey?
The donkey. The donkey. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean.
I don't know. In
Everybody knows
Texas,
it.
we call them donkeys. Is it donkey?
I didn't say donkey.
You came back from Europe with a little European accent or something.
That's-
The donkey.
Well, that's quite possible because when you have to meet women
I'm sorry,
in
never mind.
different languages, you have to kind of.
No, I just
like,
showered my smile.
They speak at the festival in that area where it is. They speak several languages, some English, that's the lowest, French, German, Dutch, and Flemish.
Flemish.
Flemish is just for that like town, basically. It's a kind of Dutch, but it's not Dutch. Something like that.
Okay, I have the interview with Death by Romy.
Do it.
You want to play a little bit of that?
Yes,
Let's
sir.
do a little
Yes,
bit, but
please.
before you
Thank
do, I just want to say their set was badass. This is 3 women, but Death by Romy themselves is the main person, and they're friends with the Pipeman now and have been. But what a show! It was in this cool dome called
Let's
the
hear it.
Metal Dome, and it had like it used AI for the ceiling and the background and the pyrotechnics.
Pictures, something,
Ass.
videos.
Yeah, everybody's
Come
gonna
on.
have to go to Facebook for the pictures, or maybe I'll pull up some pictures next week. I'm waiting for the photographer to edit the pictures. Roll it, Juan.
Always intended for it to be too.
Well, you know what they say in this business: it takes 20 years to become an overnight success.
I've never actually heard that one.
Yeah. Let's put it this
Makes
way.
sense. I think I'm getting close to having had put in my 10,000 hours. So.
You're almost there because let's put it this way: Metallica, who, like, I knew them before all that. 10 years they were eating bologna sandwiches with no bread, sleeping all of them on one little floor.
That's just eating bologna.
And now look. So that's where you're headed.
That's what they
EBT
say.
was definitely getting us by on that last US tour. It's a shame we don't have it here.
So, are you doing anything else over here in Europe and UK after this?
This is officially our last festival of this run, but we leave to Rome tomorrow.
Nice.
It'll be a lot of our first times there, and we will be playing our last show, third show, opening for none other than Baby Metal.
Wow. That's badass, by the
Yes.
way.
It's been an incredible opening for them.
Wow. They played at the festival, Baby Metal. They are badass.
Yeah, honestly, my favorite band I've gotten to open for so far.
I think that's going to gain you a lot of followers because Baby Metal fans are like insane. You
Yes,
know?
they are, and I love it.
And I think you fit right in there. So
It's awesome.
I just
that
called
is-
her in.
I called them
It's
insane.
translated really well for us. It's been an honor to play with them. They put on an incredible fucking seamless fucking show. So it's nice to, have a little encouragement to push ourselves extra hard when playing with someone so talented.
Oh yeah, 100%. And so, what have you learned over the past 10 years about this music business that has made you better? You think?
Oh my God.
See, that's a hard question nobody's asked.
The list is endless, but I'm trying to think of what are the most standout things. What have I learned in the business in the last 10 years that's made me better? To trust myself. That's the first thing that came to my head, and I don't know why I
That's the best thing because listen,
questioned it, but
that's how you're a real artist. Because the real
Did you hear
artists
what they said?
go up there and
Trust
be
yourself,
themselves. And you can tell.
Anytime
All right,
I've ever
Juan,
leaned into
let's go to the
trusting
funniest
myself,
one ever. And I would like go towards the end because it gets worse towards the end of what's going on. Normally at festivals, you only do like 10, 15 minutes. This was a half an hour interview because they were having so much fun. They told their tour manager to leave them alone. This was the last interview of the day, and they wanted to keep going on because we were playing games like Would You Rather. So, you got it yet, Ron? Or we gotta wait?
For which one?
That's the one.
Okay, while
the
we
vintage,
wait,
the vintage caravan.
while we wait, why don't you throw one of those would you rather
And
questions out to us?
You want like towards the end? You said.
Yeah. Okay. You want Would You Rather, Rebel?
Towards the Lars
I'm already playing.
Greenland situation. Like as a drummer, I would say like I would prefer them to cheat on me with Lars just by playing with him, rather than like having S&M sex live on stage with him. Like,
Go back from that. You're always the band that did that.
yeah, then you always have to do S&M sex with him like forever.
Give us the sex.
Yeah. Every set without S&M sex with Lars is gonna be a downgrade.
Now, just remember, this one might make the news.
Oh, yeah. So, but okay, unless I have a loophole. So if you have the whole sex with Lars thing as an art exhibition, then you can really do whatever the fuck you want, you know. So you
like in a museum or something.
Yeah, you do it like you have paint on or something, and like
you call the show Loophole.
Okay, so here's a very serious question.
Here it comes.
If you do play a gig in Greenland, do you have to do it on ice skates?
Oh,
Caravan on ice.
Because they're from Iceland.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you would have to, but
it would be kind of fun, though.
That would be fun. Yeah.
I would break all of my limbs and most of my other things too.
Yeah, best not. I think. Yeah. Better the whole Lars situation.
So I have one more question in the weirdness. All right, last one in the weirdness, okay? So that's when the tour manager said to wrap it up. You were speaking to some German girl at a Belgium festival. Oh, no.
I like it.
And
So far,
your
so good.
friend comes up to you and says, say this to her in German.
You gain what you
And
want,
basically
Rachel.
What he says to say is that you have a big stick.
That wasn't the word.
And you do it because you're a radio personality, so you have no shame in saying anything.
Is this a personal story?
It is.
It might be from last night. And she might be waiting out there because I told her I had to go do an interview. So, and then she went from punching you to kissing you. Would you do that on stage?
Wow. I'd also take the risk of getting like either beaten up and
She
or
punched
kissed.
me before I said that. He
you
said,
said that.
He said, if you say this to her, she'll want to have sex with you. And before that, what I did was I pulled her hair and she punched me. And then after her said that,
with 5 fingers, or
yeah,
Punch.
that's a punt.
Because they play it at the show.
And then, which she wants to go see tonight. And then after I said that, I pulled her hair and she kissed me. So there you go.
Congratulations, man.
I'm gonna.
Where is this girl?
So
I would not do this on stage. No, if that's the question.
So what I'm really doing is giving you guys advice, okay? Next time you're at Graspop, okay, speak German.
That's good advice. Thank you.
Sprache einen kein Spichen. Fuck.
Yeah.
That was
Sounds
good.
good to me.
I know,
All right,
yeah,
tell
right?
everybody your socials, your website, how they can get all your music, merch, all that.
OnlyFans, Oscar Loye, hit me up. No, my name
You
is-
know what's funny? I do have an OnlyFans. It's the only podcast OnlyFans. I don't put stuff on there except shit like this.
Oh.
But I do. My co-hosts do.
That's where you find the rest of
Not
the
me
German
anymore.
girl story.
And that's how you get more.
I opted
listeners.
out of that one.
Well, yeah, you can find us on,
And it was her
Facebook,
idea.
Instagram, Vintage Caravan,
So yours is a bad
YouTube,
idea.
Vintage Caravan, Twitter. I don't know, like X. Who cares?
I can't call it X. It's stupid.
Yeah.
It is pretty stupid.
But instead of sending a tweet, is it like X marks the spot?
Yeah, I don't like
The
it.
G
Who
spot.
cares? Fuck X.
Elon, please answer us. What does it mean?
He's got a fascination with X. I think it has to do with BDSM club. I don't know. He was the guy that said that to you.
All right, go ahead, Juan. So there's some background on that. In the beginning of the interview, they told me about, I asked them about one of their best shows ever, and it was at a BDSM club. So, you know, that, and they told me some stories about that. So you guys are going to have to tune into the interview in order to hear the rest of it, all the interviews. So you have the Pipeman interviewed the Vintage Caravan, Death by Romy, Nile, Alien Weaponry. Am I missing one, Juan?
No photos. You can't. No photos.
We have Alien Weaponry,
the
Nile.
photographer's editing them. I'm
Okay.
waiting for them.
Like you travel the world, you meet these people, you don't take pictures.
No, they're professional pictures. They're real ones, like professional ones, not stupid ones. You know. No, I do. Go on my socials too.
Okay. How do we find you on your socials?
Pipeman Radio everywhere.
Everybody knows that.
Even
Hello?
even on MySpace, you can still find me on MySpace.
Is it Piper Man?
Yeah, no, not so much.
No. Sorry.
I really hope that person is sleeping now, because Juan, how do you know which one part of that interview to pick? Because that was perfect, because Rachel was so impatient. Tell us a story. Tell us a story. Tell us a story. And she was so impatient, and then she got the story. If she would have just been patient, she would have gotten the story.
Can we have more stories?
No. What happens in Graspop stays in Graspop.
No,
but
it goes on the podcast.
We got to talk about some of the sets. I mean,
yes, that's now we're talking. I'm gonna go get my toy.
I did
Come
not
back. We're gonna
say
talk about the
sex.
set.
I did not say sex. What is wrong with you?
You did. He did.
You are a
Now we're gonna
nymphomaniac.
talk about the sex.
You're a nymphomaniac.
I
Isn't
told
there
the
enough
doctor
people in
yesterday I
Texas?
needed a medication to resolve it, but she wouldn't give it to me. I went in there with four things I wanted, and that was one of them. I said,
There
I need
is
something.
a medication. I think it only works on men, though, and it's called Jack Daniels. If you want,
I needed a medication for that too. She wouldn't give me anything. She was like, she's like, I love you. You're very funny. I do not want to kill you. I'm not going to give you any of the pills that you want. And one of them was because I am.
That's because you had too many of them.
Overly sexed. And I'm like, I'm going to kill my boyfriend. She's like, oh, no. I'm like, yes, I'm going to do it.
I'll tell you what. Those Europeans sure do know how to drink, though, man. Like, I watch
so do the Americans.
No, they pound down. I watch people pounding down.
What do you
like
think's in here?
15
Water?
Beers.
Kidding, it is
No,
water.
like 15 beers. I watch them pound down.
Beer
like it's
is
nothing.
water. What are you talking? You're such a puss. 15
Well,
beers.
you know, not all of us can be an alcoholic like you.
Well, right.
Or maybe that's your sexual problem. Stop drinking so much alcohol and you won't want to have sex all the time with random
I'm
people.
I'm trying.
So, yeah. So, Machine Head. They killed it. I lost my brand new $300 sunglasses in the Machine Head pit.
Why does one spend $300 on sunglasses?
Oh, because they're really comfortable and you can see a lot better with them. Do you notice I'm not wearing the ones from last week?
So why would you bring a pair of $300 sunglasses to a festival?
Now, I was wearing them in the festival. What I normally do is I put them back in the vehicle, or I have my friends hold them. I'm like, I'm going to pit, hold these. And I forgot they were in my pocket because it was dark already.
So everybody's in that mosh pit. Don't they start to smell? Is it like stinky? Because I mean, I just showered about 30
I had to
minutes ago.
wear muddy clothes.
Smell.
I had to wear muddy
smell.
clothes for 3 days
That's
because it was muddy the whole time. I was all mud, but it was kind of fun.
Everybody's
you know.
When you left the B&B, you weren't in those muddy clothes. You did change every night that you, or
Yeah, but-
early morning that you showed up.
But where do you shower?
But then they get muddy like 5 minutes in. Where do I shower? At the B&B. Where do you think I'm going to shower? If you're in the campground, there's showers at the
I don't know.
campground.
Water hose.
So what happens is that, you know, you get hit by women and then you get muddy. You can fill in the rest.
I think maybe as a teenager, I've seen teenagers hit guys and, you know, whatnot.
Listen, I told you that Bella, who does my hair, remember Rebel? She was on that dating game show we had way back when. Yeah. So we've been like besties ever since then. She won the dating show with the Pipeman back. When was that? Like 2008, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah, 16 years ago it was. So she was doing my hair before the festival. She punches me every time I see her. She's Latina. Every time, like in the arm. She loves it. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of a turn on. It is. Now, Juan, tell the truth.
Is it a turn on?
Tell the truth,
Somebody's
Juan.
touching him.
Tell the truth, Juan. Is it like kind of weird how when the Latina women punch you, it's kind of a turn on? He's a Latino, so he's probably sick of it by now.
Is it only a turn on because y'all know they're flirting with you, or is it a turn on for other reasons?
It's a little bit of a turn on because it doesn't hurt, but
And
it
the
looks
way
like
they
they're
look
hitting
at
you
you.
really hard.
And they
Like they
look
really
at you.
wine pack. Yeah.
Yeah. The way they look at you when they hit you, it's like, oh, I want to bang her. It's just that simple. It's So listen, my advice to all men in the world is if you want to get a Latina woman, do something to piss her off to cause her to hit you. And that could be just looking at her, to be honest. Right, Juan?
Yeah. Latinas don't hit on you. They just hit you.
Yes.
It's kind of like when you were in kindergarten and they used to tell you like, oh, if that boy is mean to you, that means he likes you. I think they never outgrew that. I think it just stays with them forever.
They never did.
If they like you, they're gonna be mean to you. Yeah.
But here's why it's a turn on, because it transfers, that passion transfers into the sex. So the sex is just as wild, okay? Just saying. You want some tips, Rebel? You don't need tips. Don't you have 5 boyfriends?
Rebel,
don't you get wild?
Rebel, if you haven't had a Latina Rebel, you should.
Well, I don't play on that side of the fence. I play on this side of the fence. So
you might start playing on that side of the fence. I'm telling you right now.
Thank you. I get
they
enough
are
with
better
men.
than
I
the
don't need to head women.
KKK.
Yeah, way better than the KKK. The KKK just give you rug burn with their skinhead.
He had long hair. What are you talking about? I'm going to stop right now. Why?
Oh, look, she even remembers what he looks like. It wasn't just that
it
wasn't just that she had oral sex with him. It's like she had a thing for him. Like, ooh, this is hot. I'm doing the KKK.
I did not know his affiliation until after.
Well, at least you're not in Texas, Rachel. Have you ever done an armadillo?
Not this morning.
See, there you go.
Not yet.
So,
he is young.
What's your story of like the sexual stuff like this? What would you say would be besides?
I like to be a little abused. I don't like to abuse because I like to respect the guy that I'm with, and yeah, to me that's I like the ultimate. Yeah, but he can, if you've done something naughty, turned over a knee, get a little spanking. I like that. I like a little discipline. I need to be disciplined.
They can't handle that kind of
Otherwise,
stuff.
I'm just gonna run right over him.
What does that? How does that make you feel, Juan? If there was a woman you're into, if she said those things, how does that make you feel?
No, guys can't handle it. A lot of guys can't, especially me.
Well, most girls are like that, though.
Yeah,
right.
I like to be put in my place.
And you see that picture behind me? That's the crowd I was in right there. That is the actual. You want pictures, Rachel? That's the actual from the festival.
Where are you? I see you. Wait. There. Wait. You're right.
I'm right over here.
Yeah.
If we zoom into that picture, will we see you pulling someone
standing on the wheelchair? Yeah, I see him. I think I see him.
You might
where's
see
Walter?
me. You might see me macking on like
There's
two or three different women. I don't know.
No one uses macking anymore.
Here.
I know, that's why I'm saying it. And they can't understand me over there anyway. They're speaking a different language. They can't understand what I'm saying.
We can't understand you here either.
Well, that's because you're from Texas.
Yeah,
I want to know why you went from one subject right back to the festival. Juan didn't even get to answer the question that you asked him.
Okay, answer the question, Juan.
I did answer the question.
Yeah,
we didn't hear it because he went straight to the festival. So how
What was the question?
Juan, do you like to discipline your lady? What happens when you hit a Latino lady? That's what we need to find out. What happens when you hit a Latino? Shit.
She kicks your ass.
She better run.
Yeah,
Right?
she kicks your ass is what happens.
Don't come back.
It depends. It depends on your attitude when you do it. If you do it like in trying to initiate something, then it would turn her on.
No,
if
she
you
was
do
bad.
it in an angry way, then
Let's say she did something naughty.
she'll probably stab you.
You know, I forgot that other thing that you just played, Juan, was even in that interview. I might have to do some more editing.
Secret's gonna know.
Oh, man.
There's no secret.
So I have a major festival announcement, though, that happened at Graspop.
Tell us something.
Awesome.
Okay.
About
So
next year?
yeah, it has to do with next year.
Okay.
So my photographer, Lori, she also has had similar
Blue hair.
experiences as me at festivals, but from the female perspective. She's the one doing the hitting, probably. And so she was on Shiprocked, and she met this dude, and they're now like, and that was only a few months ago. Now they're like totally in love. And he's from the
I have to ask a question. The guy that was in the interview with you guys that was buried under all the stuff in the back seat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just checking, because if not, we need to pull that footage down in case, you know.
Yeah, we might have to. No. And so anyway, he's from the UK. She lives near you, Rebel.
Oh my God. That's a long distance relationship right there.
No doubt. Well, I got jealous, and I think I'm breaking that record because I think Germany's farther than the UK. Just saying. But anyway, no, seriously, in all seriousness. So he lives in the UK, and he does this little festival at home called Hellfest at Home. So this weekend is Hellfest. Here's the next thing. That's this weekend. Pipeman was supposed to cover it, but having to do with Germany, I can't cover it.
Why?
That's all I can say.
Yep.
Where are you? I can't keep up with you. Where are you now?
I'm in Florida right now.
I'm in Florida.
But
can you say it like that?
punching and Germany caused no Hellfest for Pipeman. Just saying. And so anyway, but we're still going to promote it. We're going to promote it, cover it. But here's the thing. He does this thing called Hellfest at Home. So when they do this small little festival, and he invited me to come and broadcast live next year. And then we talked even more because we got to be really good friends. And we're going to do a Hellfest at Florida next year as well. And we're going to do his thing over here, and I'm going to do his thing over there. Cool. And don't tell Lori we're going to do each other.
Oh.
Not in that way.
No, in that way. We want to see that.
No, but I do have
did that.
I do have a picture of one of the other people in a video that I did not want to have, but it was sent in the group chat to one of the other people hanging with us that lifted his kilt up during the festival, and there was nothing there. Well,
nice. Where's that picture?
There was something there.
Oh.
But, not what should have been there. I am scarred for life now. Okay. I'm just saying. I don't think
you found a penis smaller than yours.
I just don't think it was cut. And I'm a Jew, and like we get scared. We get scared by uncut things.
Some people do.
Yeah, well, it kind of looks like what is it that it looks like, Rebel? What did
the KKK guy have?
He was cut.
She remembered that too, didn't she, Pipeman?
He was cut, but was wearing a hood on it.
No, he didn't
He
have
had
a hood on.
did he have
He was
like a little
cut.
hood for it.
No, he didn't.
I just got a message, and I think I'm gonna get hit again. Shit.
Oh, I guess she was watching. What stays at Graspop didn't stay at Graspop.
Well, I didn't think she'd understand me.
Nobody understands you.
Apparently, she does.
How
There's
funny would
thing
it
called
be if she was traveling and she actually lives in Florida?
She's like,
Or if she was in the other room here in Florida. Just saying.
Wow, look at there. He does work fast.
Or
So
I'm in,
she's
or I'm in another country. Maybe I'm not in Florida. You don't know where I could
be
be.
anywhere in the world.
So where are you
So,
going
yeah.
next?
Where am I going next?
Yeah, what's
I-
next? What's coming up?
I'm going to an unveiling. My bro that passed away last September, his brother built a tiki bar in his honor and it's being launched on 4th of July. That's my next trip.
Where's
And
that?
That's going to be,
California?
that's in Pacific Palisades, California. And it's the Malibu Abe Tiki Bar because
When is
that was my bro's nickname. It's not for everybody. It's a private party.
No, I know. I'm just saying, when is it?
I know. Oh, it's 4th of July. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah, it's
you-
on 4th
you
of
did-
July.
you
It's
did
being,
not say that.
I did. Rebel, did I say 4th of July?
Don't lie, Rebel. Oh, come on. I didn't
did.
hear
Juan,
Really?
did I say
Yes.
4th of July? Thank you.
Yes.
You're so
He
busy
said
paying
it's
attention to
opening on the
yourself,
4th
you
of
can't
July.
pay attention to anybody else.
I'm the
Okay?
cutest one here. I
Yeah, you'd like to think so, but once you take the filters off, it's pretty scary.
there's
Just
no
saying.
filters. We're live, right? This is it.
You can still
There's no
put filters on. What makes you
Really?
think
Will
can't
you
put
show me
filters on?
how? Because I would love to do that.
I know you would.
I don't have.
You go to settings, camera, and then
Oh.
touch up my appearance.
Really?
Hey, Juan, I don't
have any filters.
I
Yeah.
want to ask you a question. As an engineer
Thank
who
you.
has met
Okay.
clients before, can you have a filter and look very different on this show than in real life?
100%.
He's seen it firsthand.
Yes.
Right, Rebel?
No filters, people. No filters.
No one said you did.
I don't either.
Why so defensive?
I'm not defensive. I'm just saying there's no filter.
Look, you can see the bruise from when I got the Botox. And I got a little stuff, like there was a new product under my eye, and you can still see the bruise what's under the makeup.
I mean, you really are gorgeous for 70. I mean,
50. God,
50. Oh, then you're not.
50.
Then you're a lot worse than I thought.
I'm 50. And I stink.
So Hellfest at home, Hellfest at Florida. You guys are going to have to check it out. We're going to actually be interviewing one of the bands that played at Hellfest at home. We're going to interview probably some Hellfest bands. We'll see. And
Cool.
yeah. So the
So
next
what are you
stop
going to
on
be
the
doing at Hellfest in Florida?
Oh.
Are you going to have like people are going to be able to come there and
yeah. It's
explain?
not virtual.
Well, but
It's going to
we
be
were having
an
questions. You said
actual festival.
actual festival, so people
Might
will
even be
there.
at the Pipe Cave. Who knows?
Woo!
They had to buy the group one. It didn't work.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Can't
I'm.
be in the Pipe Cave.
I think at this point I'm disabling the Groupon.
Oh, so the hair pulling must have worked out for you.
It always does. Hair pulling's like the best technique ever known to man. Okay, there isn't a woman at that whole festival that I didn't pull hair. Like if you pull 100,000 women's hair, one of them's gonna say yes.
Oh well, that's
don't like
sad that only one, but hey, it's
No,
good.
it wasn't only one, but it's one that hour.
Wow. 1 hour. That's definitely Groupon talk.
You
baby.
were at Louder Than Life. You witnessed it yourself, didn't you? Didn't you make comments to me, Rebel?
Yes. When I was
Why don't you
visiting
tell
there.
everybody what comments you made to me at Louder Than Life?
No, I'm not going to do. What happens at Louder Than Life stays at Louder Than
Come
Life.
on,
It's
everybody
not
wanted
so
my story. Where's your story about me, Rebel?
much-
I'm giving you permission.
No. You tell it so much better than I do.
Oh, Lord. Somebody tell it.
Juan, tell him the story. No.
Yeah, right.
Juan knows all stories because he gets to edit things out of the story.
There's things that have to remain unsaid.
I get the scoop that no one else gets.
Exactly. So he's very dangerous. He could have some bloopers like come on this show that could end the Pipeman. So Rebel, come on. Like Rebel
all these women were fawning all over him, and they come from everywhere in all directions. No, I'm serious. It's like, wow, we're sitting here trying to do interviews with fans, and they're trying to sneak on in, get his attention. They were poking at you. That's right. They weren't punching you or nothing, but they poke you here and there. I see now what you're talking about.
Remember when you went to South Florida Fair and Jessica was there? Jessica's my daughter. She worked at the station. We were covering Puddle of Mud at South Florida Fair. And afterwards we walk out and Rebel turns to my daughter and says, "What's up with that?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, all the women love my dad." Just like, that's exactly how she said it.
She did. She was like, "Oh yeah, all the women love
What
my dad."
made you ask her that, Rebel?
Because everybody always comes on. Let me tell you a story between me and the Pipeman. We went out to, I think it was lunch at this restaurant, and he liked the waitress. And there was kind of a thing, but when he went to the restroom, I asked her, I was like, see a thing here. And she's like, "Oh, I didn't want to be noticeable. You guys are together." I'm like, "We are not together. You can definitely give him your phone number. We're good." And she was shocked because she thought we were like a couple. I'm like, we work together. We're good. You're welcome to
And
give
she
up.
was excited at that point, right?
She gave you her phone number at that point. So yeah.
Exactly.
It's just so weird. And at the Florida Fair too, other people thought we were together, and it's like, I'm not with him. We just work together. We're not walking around holding hands. We're not doing anything weird. I don't even know how we possibly gave that vibe that we were together.
Because people think if two people are at the same place and it could be, I was going to say opposite genders. It doesn't even matter nowadays. Just two people together. Oh, they must be together. Because sometimes you do think it because, okay, so I met two other girls and I was hanging out with them and I literally, I'm direct. I asked one of them, I'm like, "Are you guys just friends or are you together?" Because I have to know which way to approach it. Do I approach both of them or just one of them?
Is it going to be a three-fer or one-on-one?
Exactly. Got to find out what it is. You ever notice too, when you meet two women, one is one personality, one is the other. So it is kind of cool to have it's almost like multiple personality sex.
You get that with me every time, baby.
Multiple personalities.
Never know who you're gonna get.
So tell us about all your
personalities anymore. It's called DID, dissociative identity disorder. So
yeah, why we gotta put some stupid negative label on it? Why can't we just be cool? Why can't we be cool being psychotic? Okay,
I'm cool with it.
That's my new platform on Pipeman for Prez. They barred me from the debate because I might have won it, but
you're too young.
that's exactly why. My new platform is about psych and being psychotic. Let's make America psychotic again. That's my platform. Make America psychotic again.
Act like we ever wasn't. I mean,
well, that's Trump's new campaign. That's Trump's new campaign. Like, think of it. It's brilliant. Okay. We could, and you know what? You could have a video commercial of storming the Capitol, and then Biden is falling over on things and stuttering as he joins forces of invading the Capitol because he forgot where he was or who he was. See, I'm equal opportunity. I think both of them suck. Vote Pipeman.
I think you should make a video. I think you should make a video and then have Stormy Daniels at the end saying, "I'm Stormy Daniels and I approve this message."
Look at that. We got somebody watching from Kenya.
Kenya.
Wow.
Look at that.
Kaka
Watching you live
Mega.
from Western Kenya.
I got Kaka Megas too. Sorry.
Kakamenga.
Rachel loves the Kakamegas. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, she sure does love the mega kakas. I mean,
On that
Kakamegas.
note, more about Kakamega next week because we're done here.
Thank you for watching, Silas.
Yes.
Silas.
Thank you very much.
From
Tell
Pipeman.
all your friends in Kenya to watch us all the time. And Rachel will give her number to every one of you.
You got it.
See that? And Juan will too if you go for that. I'm not sure what you go for. We're equal opportunity here. Rebel, she's already got 4 boyfriends. She doesn't have room yet.
I got a boyfriend. I don't have room for that.
Yeah, but she's got 4. How do you fit?
I only need 1.
How do you fit 4 of those in there anyway, Rebel?
Not at the same time.
Why not? I think you should try that.
I'm going to go get my toy. We're going with that one.
Okay.
That does sound fun.
Is the toy the size of 4 of them? Because that's what you need to use to practice. Go get a toy with the size of 4 and practice with that, Rebel.
No toys for me. It's got to be the real deal. Thank you very much.
All right. The real deal. The real deal Rebel Meddler. There she is. As long as you have a white cap. And then we got more. Okay, ready? Da-da-da. Finally, it's not somebody who loves Rebel. It's somebody who loves Brady.
I know, right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you.
Finally.
Thank you.
They always love Rebel. They never give. You have to go all the way to Kenya. You have to go all the way to Kenya to get love for Rachel. Well,
Everyone
that's
has
it.
a market.
This is the Adventures of Pipeman here on W4CY Radio, and we will talk more about other stuff and other adventures, and we probably didn't even touch on everything, but who cares? We're just here. I think I'm going to go now sleep for a week because I don't even have a clue where I am, what I am, except I am on the Adventures of Pipeman. Thanks, Pipe Nuts. You guys rock.
You're welcome.
And let's roll it, Juan.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipeman on W4CY Radio.